guys, so for today's video I am gonna be showing you guys my go-to or my more recent updated cream and contour routine using nothing but affordable products, drugstore products. I'm so freaking excited. I can't believe I can get such a pretty application contouring and highlighting, and all of this stuff is affordable. I remember when it used to be really hard to like find stuff to contour and to just do stuff like this. It was really hard to find good stuff from the drugstore, but now the drugstore has stepped up their game and they're coming up with some good stuff. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much. I'm just gonna get on with the video. Please stay tuned if you wanna see how I cream and contoured using nothing but drugstore products. Okay, so right now I have my foundation on. That's all I have on right now. I'm gonna be applying concealer now. So what you want to do, well, what I'm going to do is take my NYX HD concealer in the shade 04 Beige, which is my favorite concealer ever from the drugstore. So this is a shade, I would say it's like one shade lighter than my foundation, or probably two. I like to go like 3 shades lighter, but it's okay. I'm going to put this first. It's okay because with the next thing that I'm going to highlight with, it's definitely going to brighten more than this concealer. So what I'm doing is starting here right by the side of the nose, right here. Don't bring it all the way up. Sometimes that actually helps because it makes your nose look skinnier. So even if you want to bring it up a little bit more right there, you could. And then just kind of take your wand and go down. Just little streaks downwards and bring it back. And again, down, down, down. Somebody crying? Oh my God. Hold on, guys. Hold on, I gotta go check on my kid. So when you're highlighting, you definitely want to highlight under the eyes because you want that area to pop. You also want to do the bridge of your nose. You want this little area right here. If you have more of a bigger forehead, you don't really want to do too much of the brightening up here because it's just gonna insinuate that. So just add a little bit there. Put some in your Cupid's bow because you want that area to pop, and then you want to put some here to make that area pop as well. Okay guys, so I had to do a little bit of a voiceover because my background was too loud, but I'm just taking my beauty blender and I'm blending out the concealer. This concealer is mainly just as a base for the highlight and stuff that I'm going to be doing right now. So yes, blend this out first and then we're going to move on to the next step. So now I'm going to move on to the fun part, which for me it is. I'm going to take my e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette. When I first saw this palette, I was kind of like iffy. I was like, I don't know if it's gonna work, you know, it's only $6. I always forget, but this palette is so freaking cool. It's so awesome and so good, and I'm gonna use it right now to show you guys what I'm talking about. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take the yellow shade, the banana shade, which is so nice, and with my beauty blender, you definitely want to wet this and squeeze out any of the excess water with a towel or something, and I'm just gonna press on the banana shade. I'm just gonna press like this, and you see how it's already on there. Then I'm gonna go under the eyes and I'm just gonna press it on there. Do you see, oh my God, how that just automatically brightened it like 0 to 100? Now if you don't like your highlight this bright, you might use a little bit, like use a really light hand with this shade. You saw me, like I went in there good. But this is the type of highlight that I love, like the extreme bright highlight. If you don't like it, then definitely just do a light hand or just use the concealer that I showed you guys. So this might be an extra step for some of you girls. Like if you don't want to do it this bright and you just want to skip this step, you can definitely do that. So I'm also going to take that banana shade through the bridge of the nose and the forehead, just all the places where I just applied concealer. Okay, so for the contour part, now I know a lot of girls like to take a brush and like do the streaks, the lines first and then blend it out. I feel like that's harder because once you put the streaks, if you take too long, then it can really leave that mark, indentation there. So I like to just go straight with the brush, which this is the Real Techniques brush. It's very affordable. You could buy it at the drugstore. This is the contour brush. I'm going to take a little bit just like this of both of the shades, and I'm going to start pressing it and kind of blending and pressing together. I'm not going to swipe. I'm not going to swirl. I'm going to just press exactly where I want it. So just like this. And that way the mark won't stay on there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the mark, you know how sometimes a girl, you look at their makeup and they have like a streak, it looks kind of like a streak there? That's probably what they did. They cream contoured and it dried out too fast before they can blend it nice. And it messed it up. So you see how there I have no streakiness going on because I am patting and I'm not like doing this. And I'm going in straight with the brush. So yes. So you might want to do the fishy face. You see how when I do the fishy face, it's right there where the earlobe starts. You just go down. And with this little hollow, you kind of connect the dot right there. I mean, we all know how to connect that dot, don't we? So yes, now I'm going to do the same thing to this side. Bring this back. Oh, you see how that happened there? I had to stay a little bit more here and then go down. So place most of the product up here because this can happen right here. You see how this went a little too strong? Yeah, you have to be careful with that. Even I make that mistake sometimes. So if that happens, all you have to do is take your sponge you were using and just kind of blend that out. Press it on there. I'm going to do the same on this side now. This pretty much just helps clean and define that contour a little bit more when you do that. I'm going to do the same to the forehead. The forehead, I feel like it's less trouble. I kind of just don't pay too much attention. I just kind of whisk it out, blend it out. Do a little swirly motions if you want on the forehead. The forehead is not that hard to do. This will really help your forehead look smaller. Just like that. I'll blend a little bit more, add a little bit more of this. So then I'm going to take my sponge and just kind of go over this area here to make sure there's no harsh lines. You still want it to blend nicely. You don't want that harsh, you know, contour line. From the get-go, you could go in with the sponge and blend the contour side, but I don't know why. I always prefer using a brush to blend out contour. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it for the cream part. So now what you want to do is set your concealers, all your creams, because if you do not, it's gonna crease up and it will definitely start moving throughout the day as you sweat. So yeah, you want everything to get sealed into place. So what I'm gonna do is take my Mary Kay translucent powder. Now you can use the Airspun translucent powder. I don't know, I've been loving my Mary Kay one. I know this is strictly drugstore, but you can use the Airspun if you'd like. I'm gonna use my Mary Kay one. Literally, it's no big difference. So just use the powder that you have. I just like this one, I don't know why. I've just been using it a lot lately. And what I'm gonna do is take my sponge and just bake a little bit under there. Baking is a huge deal, I feel, with my makeup routine now. I cannot go a day without baking my under eye because every time I don't, I notice it automatically throughout the day. I'm like, I didn't bake today, didn't I? Because my under eye creases so bad. I don't care if I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape. I don't care if I'm using anything. Throughout the day, if I do not bake, it definitely creases more than I would like. So baking is a must for me. And you don't even have to bake that much. Like, you don't have to put that much. I literally put just the tiniest amount of powder. Like, I literally just go in there a little bit like this. And just like that. And, you know, place it where I'm going to set. So, all right here. So, I'm going to go right here. And bake just a little bit to clean out and define the cheekbone. With whatever powder's left, I'm going to take my sponge and kind of go over that area a little bit. Because when I put the bronzer on top, it's going to make it blend so much easier. So that's why I'm doing that. So now I'm pretty much just taking off any of the excess powder, which is not really that much. Because like I said, I didn't even use that much. So just to make sure though. So now I'm going to be setting the contour cream And you can, I have two options for you to use from the drugstore, which first you can use this e.l.f. contour palette, which I have been obsessed with lately. I don't know why. Ever since I used it in my one drugstore video, which I even said I wasn't a huge fan of it, after that day I was like, I fell in love with it again. I don't know why. Especially these two shades down here. I always love to cream contour and then I will like bronze up my my face with this, and it's just so beautiful. Or you can also take the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, which I have been obsessed with as well. This one just is a little bit more pricier, so if you don't want to pay for this, definitely get that one. I'm gonna take this big fluffy brush from Real Techniques. It's called the blush brush, I believe. And I'm just gonna swirl it in here, and I'm gonna set that cream contour. And since I, you know, put a little bit of powder over it, it's not looking patchy and it's blending so nicely. Oh my god, I love this bronzer. Okay, so I added some lipstick and I also added some blush. The last thing I'm going to be doing is applying some powdered highlight. So I went to Walmart the other day and I purchased the Milani highlight. I have been so excited about this. My Walmart finally brought it in. This one is in the shade Afterglow, and I'm going to be applying this on the tops of my cheekbones. But first, I am going to take my Milani Make It Last setting spray, which, oh my god, I can't believe is already there. I just got this thing, but I used this shit out of it. So I'm going to spray one side first, apply it, and then spray the other side first, and then apply it. That way, because I feel like this does dry pretty fast. This highlight is so freaking beautiful. It has no glitter. It's not chunky. It goes on so smooth and it gives you such a beautiful glowy look. Ugh, I'm obsessed right now. So I'm going to do this side now. So as you guys can see, I love to pat my highlight. I don't like to swipe. I don't like to swirl. I like to pat because when you wet and you pat, that's the best application you're gonna get, girl. Wet and pat. See, it goes on so smooth. I freaking love it. By the way, this is the Morphe M510 brush. So I'm gonna take this little 6+ brush. It's a shader brush. I'm gonna take some of the highlight and apply it right there. Look at that. Ooh. So beautiful. So beautiful. I think I found one of my new faves from the drugstore. I'm gonna do the Cupid's bow. Oh, I don't want to get on my lipstick. What the heck? Okay, so after applying that, I'm gonna spray my face one more time just to really seal in the highlight as well. Alright guys, your girl is done with her face. I'm gonna try to zoom in a little bit to show you guys like what it looks like more up close. I know sometimes in like cameras or videos, it's kind of hard to tell like in reality, like a little zoom in shot. So as y'all can see, there's like no patchiness going on. Everything blended so smoothly. At least I hope. I don't see it happening right now. Sometimes in person, I can't see it that much, and then in camera, it like really emphasizes it. So look at this highlight, you guys. Look how fucking beautiful. I'm sorry, I had to curse. Like, it is so gorgeous. But yes, just look at that. Look at that definition, and it lasts all day on me, guys. It lasts all day. Don't worry about it not lasting all day. So yeah, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was very helpful. Please give it a thumbs up if it was helpful for you. Please comment down below if you've tried these products out, if you like them or not, blah, 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 okay? Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye. I was like checking to see if it printed the lipstick, but it did pretty good.